you for joining us here today on Hill Country Happenings News Minutes. School is back in session and we have some school news. The New Albany High School presents the ACT 30 Plus Club. In the following pictures, we have Samuel Rossetti, Colin Williams, Jenna Tohill, Ellie Stockbrine, Eli Young, Jaylee Ragsdale, Parker Formsma, and Kaylee Cotton. There have been more than 170 students that have become a part of the ACT Plus Club since the creation of fall 2009. New Albany Middle School nurse Ann Irby spoke with the 6th graders on Monday, August the 10th, in the new Imagine Lab. Irby explained and demonstrated some of the technology and equipment that healthcare professionals use in their daily jobs. The Imagine Lab is an innovative, state-of-the-art modern lab that encourages a hands-on approach to learning while preparing students for jobs of the future. The lab will allow students the opportunity to acquire knowledge and skills in the career sections that are important to our region, including healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and logistics. The Magnolia Civic Center presents a Broadway cabaret on September the 5th. Actors that will be collaborating with directors Matthew Darling and Emily Draffin to create a virtual evening of entertainment available to the public on Saturday, September the 5th. This will be the first time we've ever tried a virtual event of this kind here, says Drafton. The online cabaret will be available for public viewing on September the 5th. It'll be available to the public for free, but the Magnolia Civic Center will be accepting donations during the viewing. The cast list includes Lily Faith Childs, Natalie Floyd, Mark Garrett, Bonnie Littlejohn, Emma Reed, Sophia Taylor, Stephen Garrett, Evelyn Mason, Matthew Darling, and Emily Draffin. For more information, you can email Emily at emily@visitnewalbany.com. The Mississippi Attorney General's Office has filed a lawsuit against Centurion Filing Services for allegedly deceptive solicitations targeting new Mississippi businesses. This action follows countless complaints to the Business Service Division and a cease and desist letter from the AG's office, which the company has not responded. The office has received reports that Centurion Filing Services in February, according to customers, the company, which operates under the fictitious name Mississippi Certificate Services, targets new businesses by sending a misleading 2020 Certificate of Existence request form through the mail. The misleading document encourages business owners to pay a $90.50 fee to receive a Mississippi Certificate of Existence. As of today, the scammers have profited between $170,000 and $260,000. Now, businesses may report deceptive and misleading solicitation such as these to the Business Service Division at 601-359-1633, or you can go to consumer@ago.ms.gov. New Albany Community Development and Main Street Association staff is excited to announce that Steve Azar, Mississippi's music and culture ambassador, will be the headliner for the 2020 Tallahatchie Riverfest. The festival weekend, September the 24th through the 26th, will be offering a host of activities from literature to family activities, with the main music event planned for the Riverview stage on the evening of Saturday, September the 26th. Billy Jean Stroud, the office director, said, "We are looking forward to a fun weekend as we welcome Steve Azar back to New Albany. Our city leaders want everyone to enjoy a day outside, strolling and supporting local businesses." Now, Main Street is also calling for entries of the 2020 Tallahatchie Riverfest Arts Market and Marketplace, which will be held on Saturday morning, the 26th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in historic downtown New Albany. Artists, makers, creators, and vendors of all sorts are welcome to stop by Main Street office at 135 East Bankhead Street and pick up an application. Now, applications are also available by emailing visitnewalbany@gmail.com or by going to newalbanymainstreet.com. Food trucks and food vendors who are interested in participating should do the same. And Bond Small Business Group presents the Pontotoc Virtual Food Fight 2020. The theme, All Things Fall. Now, contestants will create a fall-themed cake using items on hand in their homes and share their creations with the Bond Small Business Group to win prizes and bragging rights. Now, this will be a Facebook Live event on Saturday, October the 10th. You can go to their Facebook page, Bond Small Business Group, and find out all the details. And thank you for joining us here today on Hill Country Happenings News Minutes. We're on all the social media. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Go to our Facebook page and like us there. We also have a YouTube channel, so be sure and subscribe and to hit that notification bell because we post all of our original programming, and that way you won't miss anything. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers as soon as we can. And be sure to go and sign up for our notifications on our hcntoday.news website. We also have our hillcountrynetwork.net website where you can watch our live stream. You can watch any of the programming we have on our channel. You can watch our live stream anywhere in the world. Thank you for joining us here today, and we hope you have a wonderful week.
Hi, I'm Rosie Spencer. I am one of the museum kids. Today I'm going to show you around at Dr. Pennebaker's office, and right now I'm on the porch of it. So let's go in. These are the glass bottles that he would give you with your medicine in it, and then when you go home and use the medicine, when you're all done with it and you need something else, you'll come back and he'll wash your bottle out and put the medicine you need in the same one. So it's like a reusable one that you go and come back with the same one. This doctor's office hasn't always been outside the museum. First, it was in front of his house, Dr. Pennebaker's house, in Tippa Union. And to move it, they just picked it up. They hired people to pick it up, put it in a truck, and then brought it here behind the museum. I hope you like this tour of Dr. Pennebaker's office. You can always come back and learn more.
Oh, hey, I'm Dawson, and this is a tour of the gift shop. Photos and kind of like photo books, crafts by people, pottery. You can see these bottles, they actually have a pattern on them. Paintings and photos, some books, some stuffed animals, stones and stuff. And then over here are all these fossils. These are a piece of a meteorite. You can get a turquoise, purple, green, all these different colors. And then over here you have some merch and dice. So if you shop here, it actually helps the museum, and it actually helps the artists who make all of this stuff. So yeah, that's why you should shop here.
Hi, I'm Rosie, and today I'm going to be interviewing Mr. Joe Edd Morris.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm great.
All right, the first question I have is, what inspired you to start writing?
Well, I was a student at Delta State, and I thought about writing some poetry. And I wrote this poem one night while I was sitting in the library. I felt inspired by the Delta because it was new to me. And I'm going to try to make this long story short. My wife's shaking her head over that. We need to keep this short. When I wrote the poem, and I wasn't sure who to give it to, so I gave it to this guy who was an artist, who was my art teacher on campus. And he took it and says, "May I keep this for a little while?" And I said, "Yeah." Well, a little while turned into a year and a half, and I'd forgotten about the poem. So he runs into me one day on campus and said, "Come to my office," which was a little nervous because I went to the office a lot when I was in school. And so I went to his office, and he had this magazine, and he had it opened. It was folded, closed, and then he opened it. And he pointed his finger up in the upper left-hand corner, and there was my little poem, and it was published in this literary magazine. And I guess that was just, that was really nice, powerful thing. So I didn't decide then I wanted to be a writer, but I wanted to keep writing. One thing led to another. And also, one of the reasons I write is I get a thrill out of writing a good sentence.
So about how long does it take to write a book, one of your books?
If you write every day and write a page a day, that's about 365 pages. That's the size of a good book. And I would say that most of mine probably took a year. This one took 50 years because it just took a long time putting it all together and trying to get it where I wanted it. But some of the others that I've written took about a year, some a little longer.
What's your favorite book you've written?
The one I just torched.
Yeah.
Yep.
It sounds really interesting to me.
Thank you.
Is any of your books based on real events in your life?
Well, of course, this one is. And it may be the only one. Is there another one, Sandy? I can't. The Prison. The one before this is called The Prison, and I worked as a psychologist in 2 maximum security prisons, so yes.
I heard that you were originally from New Albany. How long did you live here?
I lived here until I was 18, and then I went, actually till I was about 20. I graduated from Millsaps College, and then I went to the University of Edinburgh in Scotland and studied for a year. I came back here though in 1974 and lived here till about 1980 and moved to Corinth where I worked in a mental health center, then to Tupelo where I've been living since then.
Yeah. Do you have any ideas for any future books?
I do. I'm writing one now.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of books do you like to read?
Good fiction, good literary fiction, books that challenge my thinking, books that cause me to look up words, books that have a good, strong characters, because actually what makes a story is not the plot, it's the character. You develop good, strong characters. I get this feeling you're going to be a writer someday. I see it in your eyes there. So you want to develop good characters and then let them take the story and follow them.
Do you have any tips for anyone who wants to write or is starting to write?
Yes. Never give up. Never give up, number one. Number two, read. Read all you can, because you get great ideas from reading. As I'm reading, I always try to have a pad next to me. I'm taking notes. Maybe another novel comes from that, a character comes from that. But I think those, you could probably sum it up in those 2 things. No, there's a third one. Put yourself in a chair and write, because writing, 99% of it comes from hard work. 1% comes from inspiration. You know who said that?
Who?
A guy named William Faulkner.
Really?
Yeah.
And is there one of your favorite books that you love to read before you either start writing or even now? 2.
One is a short story by a lady named Eudora Welty, and the short story is titled The Worn Path. And I try to read it. I used to try to read it once a month. Now I make sure I read it 2 or 3 times a year, because I like to write short stories, and in my opinion that's probably the best short story that's ever been written. And the other book I like to read, I don't read it, I read bits and pieces of it now, is The Sound and the Fury, which I think is the greatest novel that's ever been written. And it was written by a guy named William Faulkner.
I like to read like series and stuff of books, but I can't read like super long books because I get distracted by like things. So I like to read shorter.
This is not a long book.
Yeah, like books like that.
But what about Harry Potter? You read Harry Potter?
I started reading it. I think I finished the first book when I was in school, but I never finished the second one.
Well, if you read the first one, you read a Harry Potter book. It's important. Everybody should read a Harry Potter book.
Yeah, I have a friend that loves reading, and she's read the whole entire series. And I was so surprised and stuff because I would never be able to read the whole series because they're all so long. And this year she finished the last one. I was like, what?
What's a short book to you?
Well, my favorite length is probably about that.
That.
That's about how much I like to read.
You know how big this book was when it started out? It was this big, and you had to cut back stuff. I mentioned Stephen King earlier. One of his best pieces of advice to writers is kill your darlings, kill your darlings, kill your darlings. That's a line in the book. I find myself taking out the stuff that I really like. I want to leave it in there because I thought it was pretty good. But once I take it out, I see that the story flows better.
My sister likes reading Stephen King books. She likes reading John Grisham books, I think. Yeah.
How old's your sister?
21. I have an older sister though. That's 23.
Tell her about this book.
I will.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for speaking with me.
That's all?
Well, that's all I have.
I feel like I should get her autograph now.
Thank you for watching. I'm Rosie, and I'm a museum kid.
Hey everybody, time for our weekly China Bar Serenade. Hope you enjoy.
Let's do a recap on summer safety. Flash flood safety. Get to higher ground. Get out of the area subject to flooding. Do not drive into water. Do not drive or walk into flooded areas. It only takes 6 inches of water to knock you off your feet. Stay informed. Monitor local radar, television, and weather radio, internet, or social media for updates. During extreme heat, find air conditioning, avoid strenuous activities, wear light clothing, check on family members and neighbors, drink plenty of water, watch for heat cramps, exhaustion, and stroke, and never leave people, children, or pets in closed cars. Are you prepared for hurricane season? Know your evacuation route, have an insurance checkup, build a disaster supply kit, strengthen your home, and help your neighbors. Remember, when thunder roars, go indoors. See a flash, dash inside. Stop all activities. Seek shelter in a building or hardtop vehicle. Wait 30 minutes after the storm to resume activities. How to survive a rip current. Relax, stay calm, and float to conserve energy. Do not try to swim directly to shore. Swim along the shoreline until you escape the current's pull. If you feel you cannot reach the shore, face the shore and call and wait for help. Tornado watches means be prepared. Tornadoes may form. Plan where to take shelter if needed. Be aware of updates from your area and local weather authority. Stay weather ready. Monday, sunny. Monday night, mostly clear with a high near 90 and a low around 66. Heat index 91. Tuesday, sunny. Tuesday night, mostly clear with a high near 91, a low around 66. Heat index 92. Wednesday, mostly sunny, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a high near 88 and a low around 65. Heat index 89. Thursday, mostly sunny, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. High near 89, low 67, heat index 90. Friday, partly sunny, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. A high near 88, with the heat index around 91.